So my name is Jessica Brando, and I'm the founder and CEO of Edge Admittedly, which is one company with two products solving the college admissions conundrum. Nice to meet you.
I'm Steve.
Jess.
Pleasure.
Nikhil.
Nice to meet you.
Great to meet you.
I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Edge Admittedly, which is one company with two products that are marketed toward high school students.
So how'd you get into this business?
So I actually was an SAT tutor back when I was in Princeton in like 2002, 2003. After college, I was a director for that company and ran 3 of their course sites. In 2005, I started my first business, which was an in-person SAT tutoring and admissions counseling business. What bothered me about it was that we were only reaching students who could afford, $150 per hour price tag or above. Edge Admittedly grew out of the need to reach a broader community of students at all economic levels.
Did you get a 1600 on your SATs?
I did, I did. But the interesting story behind that is I didn't get it right off the bat. I started with an 1170. I used that as a story to motivate students. The SAT ACT Edge is an online SAT ACT prep course. We just launched a product in January and we already have 3,000 paid users on the site and have already started selling to schools. We have 20 schools signed on for the fall already. The way that we really got into schools, because it is a pretty challenging sales funnel, is we created a pretty nice strategic partnership with a company called Datacation, which is an online gradebook, dashboard, and scheduling platform that is sold to about 3,000 US public schools. If a school uses Datacation's dashboard, they can add on the SAT ACT Edge or Admittedly module for an extra 2,000 to 3,000.
What are the results of the Edge versus like a Princeton review?
Like an average score improvement on the SAT of 210 points. Kaplan and Princeton review, basically, it was like a guarantee of 100. Admittedly, just to give you a quick overview of what it is, students and parents can create free accounts on the site that will collect a multitude of data from them. So GPA, test score, and then all their intangibles like extracurriculars, athletics, summer programs, and then through a proprietary algorithm, the site will output what we call an admittability score. This score will give students an idea of their chances of admission at all US universities. So you'll see, the stratosphere schools, your reach schools, your target schools, and then your safer schools. That all is free. From there, a student can pay an annual subscription. We'll then make targeted recommendations to you on how to improve your score and thus your chances. So that's kind of what we really are trying to work on and what we're raising money for. I really wanted to make a free product that will encourage students to get more involved.
That's assuming that you get them early enough, whereas like someone like me waited till December to start applying to schools.
Yeah, the goal is to get people on in 9th grade.
And how do you think about building 2 different brands at the same time?
I think that the brands are really similar. So we're focusing
So why
on the
wouldn't
same.
you just use one brand?
We wanted Admittedly to be more of a community, whereas SAT, ACT Edge, we wanted it to be more of like a serious test prep.
So what's the big vision?
To be a major player in the ed tech space and kind of be the new face of college admissions and college prep.
Who's the face now, really?
Kaplan.
It's Kaplan and Princeton Review.
If your goal is to be the new face, right, you're gonna have to make your angle one of their weaknesses.
Yeah.
Right? So which is their weakness that you're really kind of addressing?
Number one, their online presence is not great. I mean, our course has way more videos. We have 1,500 videos on our course. And the other thing that they don't have is the admissions counseling arm. And what everybody knows is that kids are not just test scores. There are kids who get rejected from Harvard all the time with perfect SAT scores. So I want to have this dual brand that helps with both aspects.
Congrats on your progress.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
She has a very clear, obvious small business on her hands as long as she doesn't keep her burn up too high. I'm not sure where Admittedly takes her to being a billion-dollar company. I don't know if she wants to be a billion-dollar company. I don't see that path yet.
I think their biggest question was, why having 2 products? And I think that in terms of my explanation, it really made sense for them.
I like that she's trying to have these 2 products. They're somewhat symbiotic, but without actually seeing the product, it's hard to judge.
Yeah, and the other thing is sort of building 2 brands, I think is
time consuming, it's hard.
It's so hard. I mean, building one brand is hard enough.